Vanna White's life has taken a personal turn off-screen despite her well-known smile and elegant demeanor on Wheel of Fortune. Vanna responded to her son's decision to come out with a poignant message about acceptance and unconditional love. Her remarks profoundly impact outside Hollywood, supporting and encouraging other families as famous parents deal with comparable situations. Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger. Despite being the daughter of two well-known actors, Ireland's most famous relationship is with her father, Alec Baldwin. The two had a tense beginning, but one of their memorable arguments was leaked to TLC. Regarding her status in the LGBTQ world, Baldwin has been outspoken about his support for his daughter, who is openly sex-liquid, and praised the lessons she has given him from her own coming-out experience. Khary Payton and Stacey Reed Payton. Maya and Carter are the two children that Khary Payton, star of The Walking Dead, and his second wife, Stacey Reed Payton, have together. Carter identifies as a boy even though she was born as a girl. Since then, Payton has made no secret of his pride in his young son's transition, even announcing on social media how he identified. Since Carter purposely chose a name that starts with a K to be like his dad, it is evident that this affection is also reciprocated. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Dwayne Wade, a former professional athlete, has 4 children, including his daughter Zaya, whom he had with actress Gabrielle Union. Since Dwayne even appeared on The Ellen Show to discuss being an ally and to help educate people about his daughter's preferred pronouns, saying to the world, "We are proud parents of a child in the LGBTQ+ community." Zaya's parents have been outspoken in their support of her since she came out as transgender last year at the age of 12. Sonny and Cher. Since Cher has always been a homosexual icon, it should come as no surprise that she has been a rock for her son, Chaz Bono, who has struggled with his identity in a very public way. Chaz first came out as gay before making the courageous decision to transition and share his story in a 2-part television program. He used his platform to raise awareness of his transition because he had already achieved some popularity as a child from his appearances on his parents' show, The Sonny and Cher Show. Cher has supported him all along. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. The 15-year-old Shiloh, who has openly defied traditional gender stereotypes and is widely admired and recognized for doing so at such a young age, is one of the 6 children Brad and Ange co-parent. Angelina has talked about Shiloh's difficulty with their identity and has been known to call them John in response to their wearing clothing, which is more often associated with boys. Although Shiloh's LGBTQ journey is still unknown, we wish them well as they start. Irving Magic Johnson Jr. and Erletha Cookie Kelly. EJ is one of the 3 children that Magic, the record-breaking point guard, and his wife Cookie have together. When EJ, who was officially known as Irving III, came out as gay, his well-known parents were nothing but supportive, with Magic stating, "I was so happy for him and happy for us as parents." They have since utilized their platform to educate other parents of homosexual children about the beautiful aspects of having a child in the LGBTQ community. Gloria Vanderbilt and Wyatt Emery Cooper. Anderson Cooper, well known for his Anchorman work, is the son of actor Wyatt Emery Cooper and his gorgeous socialite wife, Gloria Vanderbilt. He came out in school, but he wasn't confident enough to tell his mother until he was in his 20s. When he did, she publicly praised him for his courage and declared that she was happy he was gay, so he was met with nothing but support. Terry and Heather Dubrow. Terry and Heather Dubrow raised their 4 children in the spotlight as celebrities and reality stars. In 2020, one of their sons, Max, came out as bisexual on his Instagram profile, making it highly public. His usage of social media to disclose his sexual orientation attracted a lot of attention because his parents are plastic surgeons who starred in Botched and The Real Housewives of Orange County. However, his mother did not waste time reposting the information, expressing her pride in him and his voyage. Marlon Wayans and Angelica Zachary. The comedian and actor Marlon Wayans has 2 kids with his ex-wife Angelica Zachary. Using Katy Perry's famous song, "I Kissed a Girl," as a point of reference, their daughter came out as gay in 2019 and told her father she was lesbian. He responded by uploading a photo of her wearing appropriately rainbow-colored sneakers to show his support. He described her as his pride and joy in the post's caption, and he has since maintained this stance whenever he talks about his daughter. Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis. One of Depp's first and longest public relationships was with French singer and model Vanessa Paradis, whom he dated for an astounding 14 years. They had 2 kids during this period, Lily Rose and John Jack Christopher. In addition to discussing how open their connection is and how pleased he is that she was able to confide in him so easily, Depp has been candid about Lily Rose's struggle with her sexuality as she has grown up, characterizing it as somewhere on the vast spectrum. Thaddeus Shield and Marcia Gay Harden. During their marriage, American actress Marcia Gay Harden and props master Thaddeus Shield had 3 children, Hudson Harden, Gilletta D., and Eulala Grace. Since then, their son Hudson has become an openly proud member of the LGBTQ community and a makeup artist. His mother has responded by demonstrating her support by acting on her words and becoming a vocal supporter of enabling same-sex couples to become parents. Ben and Jen support Finn. The 15-year-old daughter of Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, who was once known as Serafina Rose, made a noteworthy appearance at a memorial service for her father by identifying herself as Finn. At Christ Church United Methodist in Charleston, West Virginia, Finn boldly stepped forward while sporting a buzz cut and a black pantsuit. Finn used the occasion to recite a passage from the Bible to the audience at this time of recollection and tribute, which was her first public appearance under her new moniker. Sally Field and Alan Greisman. Unsurprisingly, when her son Sam Greisman came out, Sally Fields, another LGBT superstar, was at the forefront of support. Sam, currently a writer and producer, was born in 1984 due to her second marriage to Alan Greisman. He claimed that his mother's response simply deepened her love for him. She was so supportive that she made a special effort to introduce him to Winter Olympic figure skater Adam Rippon, whom he had a crush on. Gloria and Emilio Estefan. Estefan, a Cuban-American singer and homosexual icon in general, has long supported the LGBTQ community. Therefore, Gloria and her longtime partner, Emilio, set out to normalize gay identity after their daughter, Emily Estefan, came out as LGBT in 2017. They demonstrated their support by urging others to follow suit. In 2020, Gloria and her daughter appeared on Red Table Talk to discuss their identity discovery journey and promote similar discussions. Marie Osmond and Brian Blazel. We are happy that Marie Osmond's conservative outlook on life does not extend to her opinions on sexuality. Her oldest kid, Jessica, is a lesbian, and she has 8 children in all. Despite being ardent church members, Marie and her ex-husband, Brian Blazel, have tolerated her identity. In truth, Marie explained that her God was one of love, which included people of all sexual orientations, when asked about her relationship with her daughter's sexuality and how it clashed with her relationship with God. Barbra Streisand and Elliot Gould. It took Barbra Streisand's son some time to have the confidence to talk about his sexuality, even if his mother was a gay legend. Actually, before Jason, the child of Streisand's first marriage to Elliot Gould, could discuss his sexual orientation with his friends and family, the media made his sexual orientation public. Fortunately, he didn't let this depress him, and even though it took another 10 years or so, he finally talked about it publicly. It should be no surprise that Streisand stood by her son the entire time, declaring that she would never want him to be different. Leon Robinson and Cynthia Bailey. These two have a lot of power together. Cynthia Bailey is a former model and reality star icon, and Leon Robinson is a well-known singer and actor. We all watched as they raised their daughter, Noelle, and together, they took over Real Housewives of Atlanta. One aspect of her path toward adulthood that we monitored was her identification as fluid with her sexual orientation. She only stated that she liked anyone, regardless of gender, that she wanted. Her mother said she didn't care what gender they were, as long as they were decent people. Warren Beatty and Annette Bening. Warren and Annette have both been outspoken in their support of Stephen, the transgender son. Annette, an actress and mother of 4, expressed her pride in him and stated she would let him tell his story any way he wanted. Fellow actor Beatty broke a 25-year silence and beautifully used his comeback interview to call his kid his hero, expressing his pride. The Vanity Fair article was a sincere homage to Stephen, who has the full support of his family. Busy Phillips and Mark Silverstein. Busy Phillips, Dawson's Creek and ER star, and her husband Mark Silverstein, a writer and producer, have 2 kids. Busy Phillips has also openly discussed the identity of her child, Birdie, on her podcast, Busy Phillips is Doing Her Best. She explained that since they were 10 years old, Birdie has preferred the pronouns they, them, and in response, she has supported them and ensured that they are aware that they are allowed to design their lives however they see fit. Belinda Carlisle and Morgan Mason. James Duke Mason is the only child of film producer Morgan Mason and singer Belinda Carlisle. James came out early. At the age of 14, he discussed his sexual orientation with his parents. The iconic figure from the 1980s, Carlisle, had some early reservations. Even though she is well known for singing "Heaven is a Place on Earth," she was candid about her concerns that the LGBTQ population may find the planet challenging. But love, which she has subsequently been highly forthright about her son, was the source of her dread. Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron showed courage by adopting Jackson and August and raising them as a single parent. In 2019, the actress disclosed that she has known since Jackson was tiny that her 7-year-old son was transgender. Regarding her daughter's trip, she has been reticent, stating that it is her narrative to tell if and when she so desires. She has, however, been highly forthright in her support and has said that she believes both of her children are perfectly normal. Mia Farrow and Woody Allen. Given that Ronan Farrow is estranged from his father, Woody Allen, and that they no longer have a public relationship, Mia, in particular, has been a support system. Born into a family of Hollywood celebrities, Ronan became well known for his journalism. A place in the spotlight and a lot of conjecture over his sexual orientation accompanied this. He was outed by the media before he could come out himself. Still, he has subsequently talked candidly about his orientation, his mother's support, and his status as a homosexual man in Hollywood. Cynthia Nixon and Danny Moses. Married to Christina Marinoni since 2012, Cynthia Nixon is a proud member of the LGBTQ community. Nixon had 3 children before this relationship, one of whom is now publicly transgender. With her ex-partner, Danny Moses, Cynthia had Samuel Zeph Moses. In Trans Day of Action, she shared a photo of him at his graduation and a supportive message to reveal his transition. Since then, she has expressed her happiness that it was far less of a big deal than she had expected, and her hope that this is a sign of how well the world is changing. Sybil Shepherd. Clementine Ford, an actress, is the daughter of nightclub owner David Ford and actress Sybil Shepherd. She used to identify as gay, but now she calls herself queer. Molly Ariel, Sybil's sister from her second marriage to Bruce Oppenheim, has also disclosed her sexual orientation as a lesbian in later years. Shepherd, who has 2 daughters in the LGBTQ community, has strongly advocated for LGBTQ marriage and has devoted a significant portion of her career to this cause. Trudy Styler and Sting. Trudy Styler, an actress, has been married to singer Sting for nearly 30 years. Elliot, Coco, Paulina is one of their 4 children from that period. Following in their father's footsteps, Coco has made their name in the music industry and has been outspoken about their desire to avoid gender labels and to be addressed using the pronouns they, them. Their entire family has supported them, with Styler remarking that the only label they require is one as a musician. The conversation is over. Tammy Rivera and Waka Flocka Flame. Charlie, Tammy Rivera's daughter, is not the daughter of well-known musician Waka Flocka Flame. However, he became a proud stepfather after marrying the TV personality in 2014, and he has since supported her sexuality. Waka Flocka Flame discussed Charlie's choice to accompany a girl to the high school dance, saying he needed to follow his wife's advice and ensure he was learning the appropriate approach to support her. We value his self-education and his use of his position to instruct others. Bob Morgan and Sadie. Michaelia Illa Adu, the singer Sadie's child, was born in the Caribbean, where she lives with her partner, producer Bob Morgan. Since then, Michaelia has transitioned and changed his name to Isaac Theo Adu, leading a man's life. In 2016, he chose to use a photo of himself with his mother as a prompt to notify the world about National Coming Out Day. Queen of Queers is a fitting caption for the photo, and we believe it says it all. Ali Sheedy and David Lansbury. Actor David Lansbury married Brat Pack queen Ali Sheedy in 1992, and the two had a child named Beckett 2 years later. Given their respective families, it should come as no surprise that Beckett now identifies as transgender, and Ali and David have both been incredibly supportive. David's aunt is Angela Lansbury, the original homosexual superstar, and Ali herself has 2 lesbian mothers. Together, they have created a network of support for Beckett and serve as excellent examples for other parents whose kids are having identity issues. Billy Ray and Tish Cyrus. Miley Cyrus, one of our generation's biggest entertainers, was born to Billy and Tish. The media has always focused a lot of emphasis on Miley's life and love life, from Disney princess to country rock star. After marrying and divorcing Liam Hemsworth, her childhood sweetheart, she went on to date a woman in public. She has responded to this by identifying as pansexual and advocating for the idea that love is love, no matter who it is with. Her father has openly advocated for love over hate, and her parents have been highly forthright about supporting her. Sia. Sia is renowned for protecting her identity. She has notoriously hidden her face under her signature wig and bow for years. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that she has also kept her two adopted sons' names and identities a secret. On the other hand, she has been more forthcoming about one of her son's sexual preferences. She had joyfully discussed his coming out at the age of 19, calling the process blossoming for him. We can assume that Sia has been an excellent role model because she identifies as gay. Anne and Stan Rice. Best-selling author Anne and poet-writer Stan had a kid named Christopher during their 40-year marriage. He currently identifies as LGBTQ. His mother, well known for writing the best-selling book Interview with a Vampire, responded by completely altering her worldview. Anne had been a devout Catholic before her son came out. In a gesture of solidarity, she left the church because she believed that her support for her son made it impossible for her to adhere to a set of beliefs that forbid same-sex marriage. Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. One of the most infamous couples in celebrity history, Sharon and Ozzy are well known for chronicling their marital and family life on The Osbournes, one of the first reality television programs. Their daughter, Kelly Osbourne, gained notoriety thanks to this show, and even then, she has taken advantage of her position to discuss how flexible her sexuality is. In interviews, she has emphasized the value of adopting an open-minded mindset and the support she has gotten from her family for her orientation. Bronwyn Wyndham Burke and Sean Burke. Before Bronwyn Wyndham Burke came out as a lesbian, the Real Housewife of Orange County actors were married for 20 years and had 7 children. Her son joined the LGBTQ community by declaring his passion for drag and starting a performing career, just as she had. Her parents united in supporting their amazing child despite the difficulties in their marriage. R. Kelly and Drea Kelly. R. Kelly had a long-term connection with backing dancer Drea before his personal and professional life turned negative. They have 4 kids together, including a 13-year-old son named Jaya, who decided to come out as transgender on Instagram. His mother, who has openly urged other parents to follow in her footsteps, has shown him love and support as he now identifies as queer gender. She has talked about the difficulties LGBTQ children encounter and has urged other parents to prevent this fight from beginning at home. Vanna White and George Santopietro. The well-known Wheel of Fortune host Vanna White and the famous restaurant owner George Santopietro are the parents of Nico Santopietro. Although he married his spouse in 2013, he has never disclosed or defined his sexual orientation. Instead, he has advocated for the idea that everyone is the same, regardless of gender, stating that we should treat each other as human. Because of this, he feels that his sexual orientation is unimportant, and his devoted parents have always supported him. Isaiah Thomas and Lynn Kendall. Basketball Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas and his long-term spouse, Lynn, have been wed for nearly 2 decades. During this time, Isaiah achieved tremendous success as an NBA player, and the two of them had 3 kids. Since coming out to them in 2008, their son, Zeke, has talked about how confident he felt approaching his parents, and his father has supported him publicly ever since. The two even posed together for a campaign for the LGBTQ rights charity NOHA. Dean McDermott and Mary Jo Eustace. Dean McDermott rose to stardom through his infamous love life and reality TV. Before his well-publicized marriage to Tori Spelling, he was wed to the well-known actress Mary Jo Eustace. They had a son, Jack, with whom Dean has since talked about his gay orientation on his podcast, Daddy Issues. He has spoken about coming out and believing he is a beautiful person. Additionally, he has developed a positive relationship with Jack's mother through the platform, and she joins Dean in offering assistance. Cindy Barshop and Kevin Downs. Jesse and Zoe were twins born to Cindy and Kevin while they were together. We saw them grow up on film as infants when Barshop initially gained notoriety on Real Housewives of New York. Around the same time that Jesse came out as trans at age 6, TV celebrity Mario Lopez made remarks about trans problems that Jesse believed were inaccurate. Therefore, he requested his mother to re-educate people and correct these beliefs using her platform. Cindy took on the challenge for her son and all parents of young trans children worldwide.